tabua ya usi sambe bu rekan roka adoro wan tabua anto tele taka navarro na Bula FM namba 2 ena ser
Bula naga go ilimo do tele taka na FM na go sa seta to na Bula FM
Bula o tsempo ni valu ngone ni kandabu ni mokisa o bacik na sinu ando tele taka bali na barro na Bula FM na bantu ena ser
o lorima na ga gini suka lambasa to do tele taka na Bula FM na bantu ena ser
Bula FM.
This is FBC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. In this bulletin, new road network to connect 7 villages in the interior of Naitasiri. Work progresses on new Ba Hospital. And overloaded buses remain a worry for the Land Transport Authority. After generations of crossing rivers and trekking through the bush for hours to get home, villagers living beside the Wanimala River in the upper reaches of Naitasiri are finally getting a proper road. The announcement was made by the Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama during a Talano session at Nakuru Vakatini village. Eleanor Turangai View with the story.
Their pleas for a road to their homes have been heard.
When we are united, our economy will grow. We always say we want prosperity. Our children will experience this prosperity. Many of you sitting here will not see the road that will be constructed here.
Villagers of several villages in this part of the upper Naitasiri region travel this rough terrain and cross the Wanimala River several times, either on foot or on horseback, to get to Sawanikula village, where they can find proper transportation.
When we bring our shopping, whether it is groceries or roofing iron or our furniture, it is all offloaded at Sawanikula village and we carry it ourselves, even on horseback to get to the village. Most of the times we reach home at night. When the water level rises during heavy rain and we are on our way to the village, we try to get to a shed built in the bushes to rest there and wait until the water level goes down. And then we continue our journey. Sometimes it takes days.
It takes almost an hour to get from Sawanikula to Nakurkurubakatini, the first of several villages in this part of Naitasiri. The other villages are Narakorokoyawa, Nasaba, Matawailevu, Nasaubere, Korbo, and Tumbarua. Fiji Roads authorities, Chesebembuli, told the Talano session yesterday they have already started the scoping works.
We've already started the scoping of this road yesterday. The scoping and all those feasibility studies take around about 6 months because we have to look at the terrain, whether we have crossings or whether we come down from Namosi. That's why it takes 6 months, and then we also look at the amount of money that will be involved. So after 6 months, when we've decided on what is the best option, then the next phase is getting those, this work on tender.
So the question on every villager's mind now is when exactly will they see the actual road work start?
I would safely say the fourth quarter of this year. That's when we will expect some machines over here.
Landowners of the several villages have also given their consent for the use of land to build the road. Eleanor Turangai, FBC News.
Students of Nakuru Vakatini Primary School have reasons to smile after a large donation from the Prime Minister's office. The assistance is part of government's quest to take the comforts of school in urban centres to equally deserving students in other parts of Fiji. Eleanor Turangai was in Nakuru Vakatini and files this report.
Improving schools will ensure an improvement in performance. That's the belief Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama carried with him as he travelled to Nakuru Vakatini Primary School in Naitasiri yesterday to donate much-needed supplies.
I believe that this assistance will lift the level of performance of the students as well as the teachers. It will also bring about improvements similar to what the schools in Suva are experiencing. It is my government's quest to ensure that you are provided the same opportunities they are provided in Suva. When the teachers are happy, the students are happy. Their performance will be lifted.
100 mattresses, 50 double bunk beds, a VSAT system and cooking items, all to the total value of over $63,000, was donated by the Prime Minister's office under its small grant scheme.
It will help them a lot. It will help them a lot. All the donations that the government have given, once again I would like to thank the government and the Honorable Prime Minister.
The VSAT system, which includes a laptop and Wi-Fi connections, will be used in the school office. The mattresses, beds and cooking items, which include burners, gas cylinders and pots, are for the school hostel.
It's a really big assistance to our children, something that our parents and grandparents never experienced before. We are fortunate now that we are seeing this great help from government. We are really happy.
The current hostel caters for both boys and girls. The Prime Minister has directed that a separate hostel for the boys be built as soon as possible.
We have also seen that both the girls and boys share the same dorm. That is not proper. We have spoken with officials here for the quick construction of a separate hostel for the boys.
Bainimarama has also directed that a team of engineers from the Fiji military forces be deployed to the school to fix the washrooms for the hostel. The school has a roll of about 150 students from classes 1 to 8 and caters for the villages of Korbo, Narokorokoyawa, Nasaba, Matawailevu, Nasaubere and Tumbarua. Eleanor Turangaiviu, FBC News.
A 33-year-old man is the latest road fatality. Police spokesperson Inspector Atunaisa Sokomori says the man allegedly lost control of his vehicle near the Sambeton junction in Nandi. The deceased was trying to overtake a van, but when he saw the oncoming vehicle, he veered off the road and bumped an electric pole. Sokomori says the victim is married and was driving a company van at the time of the incident. Police investigation continues. Overloaded buses have been a regular sight on the roads during peak hour traffic, but the LTA says they are a threat to safety and there should be no more than 12 standing passengers on any bus. Kelly Vadala has the details.
Overloaded buses are becoming a common sight during peak hours, where passengers can be seen congested in any one particular bus. During the morning and afternoon, both school children and workers continue to get onto these loaded buses, hoping to get to their various destinations on time.
Morning, you can see that a lot of people are rushing to work, and we know that we are on, like we want to go to work within time. But for the safety reason, overload bus can cause a lot of accidents since there's a lot of traffic.
No, sorry, bus driver Sireli Noah says they do get penalized at times when their buses are overcrowded.
Sometimes us drivers get booked because of passengers that stand on the steps on the bus, and that is why the town council officials here at the Nosori bus stand always advise bus drivers to tell passengers to always move back and not stand near the door.
LTA Chief Executive Officer Naisa Twinadeva says they have spoken with bus operators and are closely monitoring the issue.
The overloading of buses in the morning, that is well understood by the authority, and something too that we have discussed with the bus operators with the bus companies, that they will allow about 12 passengers standing inside their buses as extra. This is during those peak hours because everybody, they want to be in time for work. No passengers should be standing on the doorstep or even closer to the engine compartment. They should be standing at the back of the seat, the first seat behind the driver.
Twinadeva says bus drivers that do not comply with the regulations put forward by the LTA will be taken to task. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
The Fiji Court of Appeal has upheld a High Court decision on the conviction and sentencing of Manoj Khera, on 4 counts of false pretenses and 1 count of money laundering. He was sentenced to 4 years for falsifying 4 invoices between January and April 2004 in order to inflate value-added tax. Kera obtained over $44,000 in VAT refunds from the Fiji Revenue and Customs Authority. Now, there will be continuous changes at the Tertiary Scholarship and Loans Board to ensure it serves its purpose. Farzana Nisha spoke with the new Chief Executive Officer Bijay Kumar and tells us this story.
The Tertiary Scholarship and Loans Board has a multi-million-dollar budget every year. Chief Executive Bijay Kumar says this money must be used in a way that helps taxpayers in the years to come.
It's all about skills development. We're living in a digitized world economy, and things are changing very fast because of the digital economy. And already countries, because of what we call digital disruption, are facing a lot of change. You really don't know what kind of jobs will be here in 5 years. So I'm hoping that my knowledge, my understanding, my perception will help build the skills that we require in the future.
Kumar says he will provide the leadership that the board needs to churn out graduates in the crucial areas. The former economist has worked with a number of universities in Australia and says he understands the requirements of students and lifelong learning. Kumar says Fiji is flooded with lawyers, so there will be no scholarships in this field.
As I said, we don't know what jobs will be there in the next 5 years. And Fiji is a country that's going to rely ultimately on its people power. We have a small economy, it's a small nation, but ultimately it's the people who will provide and add to the economic capacity of this country. So I'm hoping that my background and my training and my skills and my understanding will help provide a pathway for that kind of development.
Kumar is confident that with his background, training, the Tertiary Scholarships and Loans Board will provide a pathway for the kind of development Fiji needs in the future. Kumar has been in Australia for the last 20 years and took this post on last Tuesday. Farzana Nisha, FBC News.
Still to come, biosecurity extends emergency declarations on termites and American iguana.
And I love Mirchi FM.
Hi, my name is Sonny from Canberra. I love listening Mirchi FM online.
मैं हूँ उर्मिला देवी आसियासी तावा से जितेन शांडिल को और अश्निल को तावा में लॉक कर दिया जाए.
हम लोग यहाँ से कतो में मिर्ची एफएम सुनता है. मिर्ची एफएम is hot.
I'm Shelly in Tanga Nursery. Mirchi music simply bindas in nursery.
मैं अशफाक वालिद हुसैन मिर्ची FM मेरे नस नस में.
मिर्ची FM.
Welcome back to FBC News. Work on the new hospital in Ba is about 40% complete. Health Minister Chone Usamate says the project will be complete on time. Savara Tambua has more.
How many feet? 1, 2.
The new hospital is being built by Yangjiang Construction from China under the public-private partnership between the government and the Ba Chamber of Commerce. Health Minister Chone Usamate recently toured the site.
I visited, it seems to be on track. The only thing that might pull it back at the moment would be if you had too much rain. When you have a lot of rain, it hampers things up. But we look forward to the hospital progressing well, and once it's complete, it'll be able to bring a lot of relief to people in that Mbata-Borakaraki area.
The hospital will have 55 beds and provide all the services available in a modern medical facility. Ba Chamber of Commerce President Dinesh Patel says the business community is also pleased with how work has been carried out.
When we talk about any project, they're progressing in terms of putting the walls up and obviously the roof and so forth, so that, slowly but surely, they're going one by one to complete the whole project. And obviously, right there towards the end, the major work will be to finish the internal works, which will take a lot of time.
The new health facility will have 2 surgical theatres and is expected to benefit a large number of Fijians in Ba and the nearby villages. Sabira Tambua, FBC News.
The FNPF board will re-advertise the position of Chief Executive Officer, which has been vacant since June last year. The decision was made to attract a wider pool of capable local and overseas candidates. 12 candidates were recently interviewed by an independent interview panel. In the meantime, the board has promoted Chaochi Koroi to Chief Operating Officer on merit basis. Koroi was Chief Investment Officer for the last 6 years. 9 men charged with rape and defeating the cause of justice in the Vilikesa Soko case have been given a further 2 weeks for their counsel to make representations. The accused persons, 8 former police officers and a former soldier, Manasa Talala, Seruvi Dangusau, Kelevi Sewatu, Penay Andrauna, Felice Mvere, Viliame Verevalu, Chonandovonu, Peter Matairavula and Senitiki Natakasavu were all present in court. The matter was called in the Lautoka High Court, which today granted the defense request for an extension. The case resumes on the 5th of February. And the 9 accused men remain on bail. The Land Transport Authority Review Committee is expected to visit towns and cities soon to meet with stakeholders. Minister for Transport Parveen Kumar has confirmed he has met with the committee and has been informed that they are ready to take suggestions. The committee will look into the many issues raised during public consultations on the land transportation industry and study a report which recommends improvements.
I'm happy with the progress of LTA Review Committee. I have been informed by the Review Committee that now they are ready to go to the towns and cities. Progress in terms of reviewing the LTA Act and whatever was raised during the public consultation last year.
The LTA Review Committee is chaired by Election Supervisor Mohammed Saneem and assisted by lawyer Nilesh Prasad, Rory Garland from the Fiji Roads Authority and Senior Transport Planner Vineet Lal. Now, the Biosecurity Authority of Fiji has warned against moving cattle and calves through Fiji to limit the spread of bovine tuberculosis. Similar warnings have been issued for beehives, bee suits, bee products and beekeeping equipment to limit the spread of American foul brood. A statement from the authority says they have extended the emergency areas for Asian subterranean termites in Lautoka and Lambasa. The emergency areas for the giant invasive iguana, green iguana, have also been extended to the whole islands of Ngamea, Matangi, Taviuni and Lodala. All 4 declarations will be in force for 6 months. Minister for Children Rosie Akbar has donated school stationery to 5 school students from poor family backgrounds. The items donated include bags, exercise books and other supplies, all worth $10,000. Akbar says creating an enabling environment for children to learn and be educated is just as important as providing the necessary tools.
Government's level of commitment to ensure we have an educated nation is very much reflected in the significant increase in the education budget for 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, education is a basic human right that is critical for people to improve their social and economic standing and to ensure that the nation meets the challenges of our modern society.
The minister also advised parents on the need to go the extra mile for their children's education. Well, it's Friday Night Sports now with Jamie.
Thanks, Amrita, and good evening. In sports after the break, Ben Ryan names Fiji's 7th team for Wellington and Sydney tournaments. And ticket prices announced for Chiefs Crusaders match to be played in Suva. This and more coming up.
Bula, I'm Duri from Nasinu Market. My choice is simple, Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
My name is Yvonne. I'm from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Sayandra, my name is Sunny. Only the Gold FM at Golden Point Resort, Rakiraki.
Hi, I'm Anna of Nasinu. When it comes to a radio, my choice is always Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
My name is Anna and I'm from Nandi. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
A powerful 14-member squad will hit the ground in Wellington next Sunday. Coach Ben Ryan has retained his core group from the first 2 tournaments of the season with the addition of France-based star Semi Kunatani. Talent Adakadaka has more.
These 14 selected players face a huge task at the Wellington and Sydney Sevens tournaments.
I'm glad that we've added some depth this camp. They've worked hard, and I'm looking for some very strong performances on what's going to be a very fast and quick pitch in Wellington, where defensively we're going to have to be on our money and we're going to have to be continuing to be as ruthless as we have been in attack.
Semi Konatani, fresh from club rugby in France, is the only change to the side that featured in Dubai and Cape Town. His selection came at the expense of playmaker Kitione Talinga.
It's not new to me, so I've been knowing this place since before I left for France. So it's easy to be back with the boys.
The team leader is confident that the side can maintain its status at the top of the World Series in the next two tournaments.
It's really exciting and positive with the team we selected. Unlucky for the boys that missed out, but there's been a lot of competition, and I think the coach has selected the players is fit to take on the Wellington tournament.
Ryan says the team will focus on each tournament as a clean slate, regardless of previous wins or losses. Talendo Takadaka, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, good news. Fiji Airways has made a change to its travel schedule to Wellington just for local fans looking to watch the Sevens tournament. Flights to New Zealand's capital has now been shifted from Sundays to Monday to allow local fans to cheer on the Fiji Sevens side and return the day after the final.
So we urge all the fans, we've gone out, we've made a commitment, and the flight times are such that it will allow fans to travel and support the team.
The Wellington Sevens will be held next Saturday and Sunday, and of course you can watch it live right here on FBC TV. Ticket prices for the much-awaited Super Rugby match between the Chiefs and Crusaders to be played at the ANZ Stadium in Suva in July has been decided. Organisers Fortress, with members of the Chiefs Rugby Union, are here in Fiji to inspect the facilities and are pleased with what they have seen so far. Rohit Deo has more.
The organisers with members of the Chief Rugby Union visited the ANZ Stadium earlier this week to check on the status of the facility, and they have given the thumbs up for the venue.
Over the past few days, we've been looking at all of the operational elements of bringing the game together. So doing our checks on the stadium, checks for lighting, and everything's looking fantastic. It's a beautiful facility here that we've got, and the team at the Sports Council has done an amazing job to deliver to us what we need for Super Rugby here in Fiji, and specifically designed to help as many Fijians get to the game as possible. Really important to note, too, that on the embankment areas, that it's going to be standing room only. We want to ensure that we get as many people into the venue as possible so that everybody can take part in this amazing, first-off, Super Rugby event for Fiji.
Spectators with embankment tickets will be allowed standing space only and can get a discount of $5 if they buy the tickets during pre-sale. Just like every Fijian.
And it's going to highlight Fiji in so many ways. And with a broadcast audience to over 150 countries, the exposure for Fiji is going to be phenomenal. We're really excited about that.
The two New Zealand sides will meet in Suva on July 1st at 7:35 p.m. during round 15 of the expanded competition. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
The Vodafone Fiji Under-23 football side drew their third match on tour against Spanish club CF Cracks 2-2 today. The hosts got in the opener in the 7th minute after a mistake by goalkeeper Tevita Koroi. Bar striker Abu Zahid grabbed a double for the team to take a 2-1 lead, only for the hosts to equalize in the last minute. Fiji has so far lost the match and drawn 2 on their Spain tour. The Fiji Under-17 women's football side has been thumped 11-0 by New Zealand in the OFC Under-17 Women's Championship semi-final in the Cook Islands this afternoon. New Zealand will now go on and play Papua New Guinea in the final. A special luncheon was held today in Suva to honor the 25-member Fiji Deaf Squad following an impressive performance at the Australian Deaf Games in Adelaide earlier this month. Minister for Youth and Sports, Laisine Tuitumbo, says the Fiji Deaf Squad has brought prestige and pride to the country. Fiji finished in third place on the medal tally with 13 gold, 5 silver and 5 bronze medals. Tuitumbo says the athletes are a testimony and example to the deaf community in the country who have a dream to compete in the international sporting arena.
Today's reception is an honor of each and every one of you, regardless of whether you are not won medals. You have all exceeded all your expectation, and you deserve all our appreciation.
Fiji participated in athletics, touch rugby, rugby sevens, mixed netball and table tennis at the Australia Deaf Games. That was your sports for tonight. It's back to Amrita now with business and weather.
$1,828 rubbish bins will be distributed to Lambasa and Savusavu town councils for ratepayers. Local Government Minister Parveen Kumar Bala says over 1,000 bins will be delivered to Lambasa and 350 rubbish bins to Savusavu Town Council. Bala says these bins will help improve waste disposal for the two towns.
The donation of the garbage bins to the Lambasa and Savusavu Town Council will therefore greatly assist in the overall waste disposal management for the two towns. I'm certain that the bins will be put to very good use in the upkeep of Lambasa and Savusavu town.
The bins cost $38,000. Fine weather was experienced over most places today, apart from isolated afternoon showers in the interior of the larger islands. Now, temperatures are warm Friday over the Fiji group, with all major centres hitting the low 30s. Lautoka was the highest at 33 this afternoon. Tomorrow's forecast is for more fine conditions with a possibility of afternoon or evening showers in most places. Now, for the further outlook, occasional showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Afternoon or evening showers are expected elsewhere. Our main headlines again. Prime Minister announces new road network to connect 7 villages in the interior of Neita Siri. Fiji National Provident Fund to re-advertise the post of Chief Executive Officer after interviewing 12 candidates. And Land Transport Authority says no more than 12 standing passengers on buses after reports of overcrowding. Now on to this week's poll question. Was back-to-school shopping cheaper this year? You can visit our FBC website to take part. Now, you've been watching FBC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. Join Jackie Spade from Monday. Good night.
I'm Sarah, I'm from Tafwa, and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Freddy, I'm from Gamiatong. I listen to Mario on the traffic jam every afternoon.
Hi, my name is Salah, I live in Asinu. Today FM rocks.
My name is Denasa and I'm from Lutoka and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Sulamila, I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM. It rocks in Raki Raki.
I'm Mary from Mandera. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
We love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.